Morning. Today is Tuesday, the 27th day of Nisan, and welcome to the Daily Tanya. And let's begin. And we're going to do the tzedakah in I don't have a pushka tzedakah, so we'll improvise. You can always do the same. Take a cup, dedicate this for a pushka. If you don't have a charity box, and put tzedakah in the cup, put it in the side. When it fills up, you give it to any charitable cause, any holy cause that you wish, and that you do the tzedakah every day. So we continue chapter 42, and Alter Rebbe brings out today the point of how much should one meditate during the day in order to bring yourself to fear of Hashem, the awe of Hashem. And we're going back to what we discussed a couple of days ago, what it says in the Gemara regarding the statement that Moses made to the Jewish people. It says in the Torah, what does God want from us? Not much. All he wants from us to fear Hashem. And we discussed the Gemara's question, fear God, is it a small thing? And the Gemara says, yes, indeed, for Moses, it's a small thing. And that's why it says, what does God want from us? Nothing much, just fear. And of course, the question that the Alter Rebbe asks, what does it help if for Moses it's a small thing? But for the rest of us, it's not. It's not easy to achieve the real awe of Hashem. So the Alter Rebbe here explains, and we're saying that it's two things. Number one, in the fear, there is different levels of fear. Fear of Hashem, to really sense the greatness, being completely nullified in the presence of Hashem, that's not easily achieved. That's very difficult. But there's the lower level of fear. Yiras chet. When you meditate, you think about the greatness of Hashem. Hashem sees everything. Hashem fills the world. Hashem is everything. And Hashem is right here. Thinking about the greatness of Hashem. Thinking about how the whole world is animated by the fact that Hashem is here. Hashem makes it exist. So when you think about this, it can lead the person to the understanding that he doesn't want to go against what Hashem wants. Yiras chet, the sin of the fear of the sin itself, not the sin of punishment. That's something that you care for yourself, not Hashem. But the sin of the fear of the sin itself, I'm afraid I don't want to be separated from God. So that is the lower level of fear. Not to really feel the fear in your heart, but to get the contemplation and understanding and conviction that this is the right thing to do, that will lead you to do the right thing. That is achievable. That is easily to each and every one. And why is it? Because for Moses, it's a small thing. What does it mean? So we explained that Moses represents the Da'at. Moshe is the neshama, the source of the soul of Moshe is the Da'at, the knowledge, the connection. That's what we explained. The word Da'at means knowledge. Knowing means connecting. Moses has the ability to connect the spiritual to the actual physical. When you understand something, you should get the feeling. Moses has this ability. And the Moses in each and every one of us, as we explained in length, that there is shines the neshama of Moshe Rabbeinu in each and every one. That enables a person that by contemplating in the greatness of Hashem, in the understanding in the fact that Hashem is everywhere, and Hashem watches, and Hashem sees everything, then that, along with the fact that we have a hidden Moses in us, the Yiras Shamayim, as we spoke yesterday about the finding the treasure of fear of God deep inside of us, All we have to do is to discover it. So when you have this lower level of fear, contemplating and but Hashem is here, which will allow us to dig deep into ourselves, this is something that is easily achieved. And how to do it? Says the Alter Rebbe, what you have to do it on a daily basis. And yes, of course, you have a busy day, you have to work, you have to do many other things. So it doesn't mean that all day long you have to have this in mind. But, says the Alter Rebbe, in the beginning of the day, you have to contemplate deeply. Set some time during the prayer. Contemplate deeply about the fact that Hashem is everywhere. Hashem is watching. Hashem is waiting to see. He wants you to be connected to Him. And He's right there. And He sees everything what we do. And He's proud of us. And He's waiting for us. It says if a person goes to shul and one day is not there, God is asking, seeing where is He? Where is Yankel? Where is Moshe? Where is Leah? Hashem wants us. So this is the contemplation in the beginning of the day. Then during the day, from time to time, all you have to do is remember what you remembered in the morning. So from time to time, you go do what you do. You study, you learn, you eat, you work, but you have this already in mind because in the morning you spent a little time contemplating. So in a flash during the day, you right away remember what you thought about in the morning, and that's how it's going to affect you for the rest of the day and every day like that. Let's see inside what the Alter Rebbe says. Says the Alter Rebbe, "Hinei kol adam Yisrael yeh mi sheyeh kasheyizboinen bazeh shah gedola b'chol yom." Now, therefore, it says each individual Jew, whoever he may be, meaning whatever his spiritual state, not everybody is able to think about the greatness of Hashem and about developing fear in his heart and all love and awe. But no matter what level you are, when he ponders upon this for a considerable time each day, how God is truly omnipresent in the higher and lower world. And that the actual heaven and earth, meaning not only the spiritual heaven and earth, the supernal spheres, but the actual heaven and earth itself is truly filled with His glory. And that He looks, He seeks and searches His kidneys and heart, meaning the inner thoughts and emotions that Hashem sees, and He's every little act, what we do, what we speak, and all His action and words, and counts His every step. So when you do this every day in the morning, spend some time to do that. Then fear will be implanted in his heart throughout the day. Fear of Hashem. Even when he's occupied with other matters and cannot contemplate the above, when he will again meditate on this, even with a superficial reflection that does not demand a particular effort and a set time. He says, "B'chol eis v'chol shah yisu meira v'asei toiv b'machshava dibur u'maiseh sheloi lamrois chas v'sholom ein echveda shamali kol ha'aretz." So at any time or moment, he will just turn away from evil and do good. Meaning, he will refrain from transgressing negative commands and perform positive commands in thought, speech, and deed. So as not to rebel, God forbid, in the sight of his glory, wherever the whole world is filled. And as we said before, with the story of Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, what he said to his students, he said, I wish you should fear God just like you fear a human being. When a human being is watching, you're going to behave. You're not going to do stupid things in front of another human being. So certainly, at least that level of fear of Hashem, I wish you should have. That's what it says. This is in accord with the statement of Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai to his disciples quoted above. Now, this, the Alter Rebbe goes back to the statement we mentioned before in the Talmud. What the Torah says, what does God want from you? What does he want from you? Not much, just to fear Hashem. And the Alter Rebbe concludes here that the pasuk says, the verse says, what type of fear? It is this type of fear that leads you to action, leads you to go in God's ways. We're not talking about fear to develop actual fear and develop feeling and emotions to Hashem. That is not easily achieved to everyone. But the fact to fear God, to lead you to do the right thing, this is easily achieved. That's what it says. This then is the meaning of the verse, that God demands of you only to fear the Lord, your God, to walk in all his ways. That's the point. The emphasis is on to walk in all his ways. That's what Hashem wants from us. But this is the fear that leads to the fulfillment of God's commandments, which involve turning away from evil and doing good. This is the lower level fear, which has been discussed earlier. And indeed, that level, Gabi Moshe, that's what the Alter Rebbe concludes, is in this, as this applies to Moses, to Moshe, which in us, it is a small thing. Legabe Moshe, dainu legabe b'chinas hadas shebechol nefesh miYisrael ho'elekis milse zutrase yikanis kalein. As it applies to Moses, that is to say, in relation to the quality of dat is the connection, that is in the divine soul of every Jew. This quality being the quality of Moses found within you, within each Jewish soul. This is indeed a minor thing, as has been stated above. That when a Jew reflects with his das upon matters that arouses fear of God, he will surely succeed in attaining it. And Alter Rebbe explains why. Why do we need Moses of every Jew? Why isn't it enough if you say, it just explained, if you meditate intellectually about the greatness of Hashem, you would want to do this? Because naturally that's not necessarily be the conclusion of your meditation. Without that fear, the natural love and fear that we have, the neshama that we have hidden in us, it does not necessarily mean that you will come to fear of Hashem and not doing the mitzvahs, not doing the sins. You need to have that part also. You need to have the fact that we have the Moses in us. The das connects the understanding and reveals the inner fear that we have, the inner neshama that is hidden in us. So you need both things. You need the contemplating every day, and in the fact that you know that you have a hidden treasure of fear of God, a neshama that is hiding in you. So when you have these two things, then you are on a sure path to fear Hashem, love Hashem. It says, Shadas, Makasher, Matspuni, Binas Alev, El Bchinas Gilui b'machshava mamash, k'yidu li'yedechein. For Das is the faculty which connects the hidden understanding of the heart with revelation in actual thought, as is known to the students of the Kabbalah. As mentioned above, that all Jews possess a hidden treasure of fear of heaven in their hearts. And through the faculty of das, the connecting, this fear of heaven is revealed and felt in one's thought and also affects his speech and action. This is the end of the day of today's shir. Hashem will continue tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.